Just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek at what we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. We're going to be upgrading the battery system in here and moving this battery bank over to the other power shed to join its other two brothers over there. That way the other shed will have more capacity. And then we're going to be putting in here some lithium phosphate batteries, and a total of 18 of them. And that's going to power 3 Radian Outback units. The 3 Radians here are all interconnected, so there's one master, 2 slaves, and then we have a total of 5 FM 100, which they'll output up to 100 amps of electricity back into the battery bank. This system here at this property is designed to power the home central air conditioning and also the Tesla charging station. It also powers, let's see if we can see it through the window. There is a really nice, beautiful fountain out there that is used during when there's not enough wind. That way it keeps the weeds down. And see, powers the mini split air conditioner that's in here along with the power inside of this building. There is a 22 kilowatt generator that is connected to these, and whenever it needs that power, then it will go ahead and feed it into the system in order to charge up the batteries. So when you're planning, try to plan ahead. This system originally started off with just what you see in the video at the moment, the 2 Radian units. The 3rd unit was added on when the loads were added to the structure when the homeowner moved in. Everything talks to each other as far as all the Radian equipment. That way it can be as most efficient as possible. So when you're going to build something, put together something, whatever you're looking at, you're probably going to want to stick with the same manufacturer, just it makes it easier across the board. So anyway, we are going to be upgrading fairly soon. This is just a short update. Not much going on right now. The lights in this building are LED lights, so whenever the power comes on, typically has a little flicker, but it only happens inside of this building, not in the house or with anything else that's connected to it. Right now the Tesla's not connected to it, so it's just the central AC in the hot Florida sun and summer, which I think right now it's about 97 degrees. Very bright and sunny, and we have a hurricane that's coming in a couple days. So anyhow, I didn't want to make this too long, but just wanted to kind of give you a starting out update. We are in the process of doing some rewiring, which is why all of the covers are off on the equipment. This is one of the slaves. This is the master, which has the most wires in it. This was the 3rd slave, which doesn't have a whole lot inside of it. These units are fairly easy to install. Everything's pretty straightforward, but there's not a lot of space. As you can see, I put my hand right up to it. Kind of gives you an idea. So either have somebody that's has small hands, or plan ahead when you're doing all your wiring, because if you miss something, then you kind of have to go deep and things can get very tricky in there. Aside from that, everything else in here is working pretty good. We've got a total of 13.3 kilowatts coming in from the sun, only 4 going out to the loads. As you can see, the grid is 0 because there is no grid. So we've got the solar coming into the battery going into the inverter, which then obviously goes to the loads. Whenever the generator kicks on, that's when this will read 240 and start charging up the batteries. The solar keeps working until either the batteries say they're full, or you put a fairly good sized load on them. If the batteries are full, what's going to happen is the charge controllers will throttle that power, that energy back, kind of like a dam holding it back. The batteries in here are not completely full yet. We're reading 56.0, which is 56.6 is the top end of these batteries, but 56.2 is kind of like the output maximum according to the settings from the manufacturer. That way batteries will last you a nice long time. So when you're installing something, whether you're doing it for a small, you know, load, whether it's refrigeration and freezers and lighting, obviously plan accordingly. And if you're planning on doing something larger, then, you know, make sure that you're getting something that is of good quality that's going to last you a long time. Anyway, I've kept you guys long enough. Solar Sam, signing out.